I'm Ali, and with me I've got Tiptoe, Morgan, and Fresh. We all met because we love hip hop. We all follow Crook online, and we just thought it'd be really cool to have a channel just to go through like some really cool subjects that are going on, talk about the music that we all love.
One of us does not follow Crook online.
Fresh is
okay,
not on Twitter.
He's anti-social media, so
that's just unnecessary for this moment. Louise, just let it go.
Well, yeah, we can edit that bit out.
I think we should leave it.
Okay.
I think it's.
Are
we gonna edit out where I'm saying editing out? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Maria's gonna do what she wants to do anyway.
She's gonna do what she wants to do anyway, so it's fine. Anyway, for the first episode, we thought with the Grammys coming up, be really cool. We're going to go through the 5 nominees for Best Rap Album, talk about what we like about them, what we don't like, who we think is going to win, who we want to win, and then just a little bit about the Grammys, some of the politics that's been going on that everyone's probably aware of. So I thought the first one we'd start with is Jay Electronica, a written testimony. Who wants to kick us off?
I will. I did like it. I just figure it's not for me. You know, I'm being Hispanic. I know where he's going with it. And I feel like it's a good album, but it's not for me. Like, I'm not the demographic for that type of album. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I mean, he's Jay Electronica. What else can you say?
Yeah, I get that. I pretty much felt the same way about it. I guess for me, I like rapping. I just didn't feel that there was enough rapping on it.
Right. I think Jay-Z's part was fabulous.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay-Z is always good though.
Right. I kind of like the production on it, but yeah, it's not an album I'm gonna go back to.
Right. It's not memorable. Like I'd have to look at the track list to even remember what the songs were, because it didn't have that big of an impact. Right. For me to even remember what the songs were. I mean, the only one I really like is the last song, and I think it's just because it's got such an emotional. It's an emotional song, and I think it applies to everybody anyway. If you remember, it's just the one talking about losing loved ones, and that's the only one on that entire album that I would go back and listen to.
But
there's a bit more like being personal about it, right? And I think that it kind of spoke to people a bit more probably.
I think we can all relate to the last song though. You know, in fact, I gotta look it up. What's the name of it?
It's an acronym. It's
API DTA.
Yeah, DTA. Fresh, any thoughts on Electronica's album?
I mean, I just didn't quite get into it. I mean, like you said, it just wasn't quite for me. Try to get into it, started, get a couple tracks in, get distracted, see something else, want to get into some other music. I mean, I came back to it a couple times, and it was just, rinse and repeat. Just couldn't quite get into it.
Right. And that's the same thing I had. And it's not because of anything. I mean, because there are some Jay Electronica songs that I do like. I like a lot of his stuff. Just I didn't feel like that album just didn't grab me, and I kind of feel there was too much hype on it online when it dropped, and everybody like ooh fire.
Yeah, I think it's got too much backing from Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Definitely.
They're giving Jay Electronica the fire when it's really all about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Because that's who they liked, really.
I just remember being disappointed, like, because there was so much hype about it, and then when I actually listened to it, I was like, oh, I'm kind of underwhelmed by what I thought was going to be something that would grab me a lot more.
Right, and I really did like it, but like I said, it's not something I'll listen to again. It's not added to my playlist. It's not added to my album list.
Yeah.
I liked it once and that's it. It's not something I'm going to go to again.
I mean, the only reason I've listened to it more than once is because we were going to have these discussions about the Grammy album, so I thought I was going to go back to it. But otherwise, it's not an album I'm gonna listen to again.
Okay, so what do you think about? Should we do Freddie next, or
yeah?
I love Freddie Gibbs' album. 1985 is my favorite song out of it. I love that whole The thing is, though, is if Royce wasn't nominated, I would have Freddie as my pick. But the fact that it's because of Alchemist too. Let's not kid.
Yeah.
The beats are insane.
The production is fantastic
The
on that album.
production is
Really
amazing. Yeah, and I love
I love
Freddie
it.
Gibbs though. I'm a big fan of Freddie Gibbs. I
So
like all his shit.
I'm not as much. I mean, I said I love the production on this album. The first couple of songs, I don't know, I just kind of struggled to get through. I don't know whether it was like the delivery on it. So for me, like getting into the album kind of took a bit of time. It's grown on me though, like a huge amount. Like the more I've listened to it, like I'm enjoying it more and more every time I hear it.
Right. Frank Lucas was fire too with Benny. Oh God, that song was just amazing.
I love Benny though, so like anything he's on, I'm
but that's how
probably gonna like. But
I love Freddie Gibbs like that. Like Freddie Gibbs for me is I've been a fan of him since before. You know what I mean? I like that gangster stuff though, and that's what he raps about.
Yep.
No, and that's the thing with the Freddie Gibbs album. Like you kind of have to like and be in that like that space that he's in, that kind of, you know, gangster pimp.
Yeah. It takes me back.
Thuggish space. It does. I mean,
and
that's where, and that right, and that's where I kind of like got to relate to the album, and where I started liking it is because it was giving me some of those vibes of some of those artists or whatever, and it was different in that sense. It's been a while. We don't get too many of those kind of albums nowadays, like
we don't.
year in year out.
Yeah. The whole guitar thing too in 1985 was just amazing. Like I love that guitar in it.
Yeah.
The beat. I mean, Alchemist really like.
Yeah.
But like I said, if Royce wouldn't have been nominated for the album that he's being nominated for, this one would be my pick.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, as I said, it's grown on me a lot. I love the production. I think the features are good. I think as an album, like it's really cohesive. You know, it's like really well put together. As I said, it's grown on me a lot.
It's in my list. It's in my album list. It's I plan on, if I could buy it on vinyl, I'm gonna buy it because I liked it that much.
Yeah.
Hey, now
D-Smoke.
Let's see, D-Smoke. I liked it. And to be honest, I didn't really hear much of D-Smoke before. Then I heard this album when he dropped it, and it got me into him because I wasn't really a fan of D-Smoke before.
I'll admit I'd never heard anything before.
I hadn't either.
Yeah.
You Fresh, have you heard him before this?
Maybe just because I listened a little bit of that like type of music, just some of the new school stuff. But I listen to those kind of more on like a vibe and a playlist, and I'll let my playlist just kind of run. So like I think he's been in it before, but I wasn't looking for him or listening to him. And like you, I like the album. I surprisingly like the album, and I've actually gone back to it and dug into it some more. One of the things I like that artists do, and he accomplishes in this album, is like with the multilingual stuff. It forces you to almost dig into it, right? Like since I don't know the Spanish, now I gotta,
it makes you want to know more.
Get it translated.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it almost draws you into the album in that sense, instead of just being something that, you know, could, and it might kick some people away from it. But for me, those type of things that make an artist interesting and helps draw you into them and makes you look up more about what's going on or what this backstory or this context is, it helps draw me into the artist, and therefore helps anchor me to their music and putting up with some more, listening to some more, and giving them a little bit more of a leash to show me something, to show me growth. I allow them to get away with some more on some other tracks, because they do give me so much on certain tracks that draws me in, and they end up becoming some of my favorite tracks, that then it's hard for the artist to get rid of me when they do something that's not my favorite.
Right. And that translation thing, I remember Fresh coming to me. God, how long ago was that, Fresh? Like 2 years ago? I had to translate Snow's verse for him.
Right.
And
Basically, about 2 years ago, she started putting Spanish Spanish in all the
Yeah.
raps, at least for verse. And I
yeah,
literally go to Tiptoe after each and every one of them. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna need that translation. I gotta know what she's saying there because it sounds like she's killing it. She kills it before, she kills it after.
and
I want to know what that line looks like. I can see the video. I want to know what they're matching up in this video with this bar. Like,
but there was the one that she did was really sexual.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Well,
sitting there translating, typing it out, and I'm cracking up because I'm like, fucking shit, Fresh. Can't believe you have me doing this shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway,
hey, it was Snow making you do it. It wasn't me.
no, but you know,
blame her.
He started it. And then
Mm.
everyone else started coming to me like, hey, can you translate her verse for me? No, I cannot.
No. I love this D Smoke album though. I really do.
I
I
like
think the
it too, a
production's
lot.
great. I think his flow's great. I think he's like lyrically really good. There's some really great rhyme schemes and
It's got
stuff.
some good wordplay,
yeah. I love that. What's it called? Gasper Younger song.
Oh yeah,
It's got Snoop on it.
Snoop?
That I've been listening to that song on repeat for like a month. It's just I love it.
I really like Jill Scott with him.
Mm.
She's an absolute fabulous singer, Jill Scott. Like, I don't know if any of you know any of her music.
No, not really.
You guys are killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. That song, Sun Kiss, amazing. And then the Snow song with Snow the Product, of course. Is it on here? Yeah.
No, that's on the deluxe one.
Yeah. And then the one with Jackie Gooch, that one was good too. I liked it. I think that one is named Black Habits.
I love Black Habits. That's probably my favorite. That and No Commas.
Yeah.
But Black Habits is a really good one. I like this one. I like it from front to back. I thought the little skits in there are really good, and they flow well with whatever the message that he's trying to get out. And I think it hits pretty hard.
I miss skits in albums because I remember 80s. 80s always had skits, you know, the real hip hop albums, and then 90s would do it. M still does it. I love that he did it. D Smoke.
Yeah.
Royce got skits too.
Royce does it. Yeah.
I can't wait till we get to on Royce. But I love D Smoke. I really am a fan.
Yeah. This album makes me really excited for what he's gonna come with next. Like I'm like, oh, I can't wait for him to come out with another album now. It's like got me really excited for it.
Right. I think he deserves to be on this nomination.
Right. Well, he's nominated for new artist as well.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
He came out swinging, right?
He's made a real statement, I think, with it.
Yeah.
Like I think he's got the skill to be a real.
We'll get into, after we discuss the albums, we'll get into the Grammys and their way of nominating and past nominations and what we think about it. But I love the album cover too. I love that album. You know, it reminded me of Fresh. Devo the Ambivert. That's who it reminded me of. Every time I look at that cover, I see Devo.
Which cover are you looking at?
The Black Habits, or
the deluxe one or
the deluxe.
Oh, okay.
I can't see it. Yeah.
The deluxe one's cool.
Yeah, that's the one. Is there another one?
Because the other one is the photograph.
It's the family.
Yeah, but the actual painting one, I love that one. I like it. I'm excited to hear him. I'm a big fan of Spanish and English rap mixed together, because you know, back in 80, you know, hip hop and all that, you had Latin hip hop. You had Big Pun, who's one of the biggest lyricists. I kind of feel like right now, Latin rap, other than Snow the Product, and now him, there's a couple of others that kind of have it on this Chicano gangster type of rap shit. You know what I mean? And I love the fact that they can show that, hey, I can speak this language and I can kill it on lyrics. I can give you some hip hop, and I can, you know, let you see that I'm.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's so seamless too. Like the move back and forth is so seamless. Like it's so impressive to be able to do that.
Right. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I wish we had more Latinos that would give us that type of hip hop as opposed to just the. Okay, no shade because I'm West Coast, but and I'm Hispanic. Okay, no shade, but I'm tired of just the Chicano gangster hood rap. You know, I like it, but I want to show that, hey, Snow is probably the one right now that I could say she's Mexican and she's a fucking killer ass lyricist. She could wrap circles around a lot of people in this industry.
Yeah.
You know, I want more of that.
Yeah.
And so now we're gonna go to Royce's album, which is my favorite out of the four. Royce,
it's my favorite. Don't forget Nas. We've got to do Nas too.
Oh yeah, Nas.
Poor Nas.
Don't forget Nas. Don't forget Nas.
Forget Nas.
Nas. It's been a long time since he's been nominated. Let's do him first.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do Nas.
Forgive me, Nas.
Sorry. We love you.
For King's Disease, right?
Yes.
I
like this album. I like it.
I forgot about it, but I liked it. You know what I mean?
Overall I really like it. It's now, I mean, Nas is one of my favorite artists ever. Yeah. So I'm happy, and like he's great. I had two kind of small criticisms. One of them was just the songs are too short. I don't know whether like I like long songs. I like 3 verses. I like, and I found myself a couple of times listening to it, getting into a song, and then it ends. And I was like, yeah, what are you doing? And then there was a couple of the features with like some auto-tune and stuff, and I fucking hate auto-tune. So those are like the two things that kind of pulled it down a bit for me. But I really liked it. And I think, you know, Nas, like so many of them, is like the curse of having classics early in their career that we always compare it.
Yeah.
Right?
Nas, can't get away from it.
Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, all got that curse on them. So does Kanye. Because Kanye gave us some killer ass fucking albums when he first came out. And now they're like, you're not like you used to be.
And I think, you know, we just got to say, of course they're not, because they've evolved as people and artists. Right. And let's just appreciate the album for what it is.
Right.
And apart from those two criticisms, which are pretty small, I really like it. I think it's a really good album.
I liked it too. That's the other thing is because when I listen to an album of Nas prior to this, it's the long songs. I love that too. I'm a 3 verses, 2 hooks kind of chick, man.
Yeah.
And the songs were too short. I don't mind so much some of the auto-tune. I could listen to it. I don't like little Xan type of auto-tune. Little Pump type of auto-tune where it's auto-tune that's carrying their voice. They sound like shit if they didn't have it type of auto-tune. But some of the features I wasn't.
I think I found here it was just they all came together like in a block in the middle of the album, and so it was like
it wasn't separated.
If it had been spread out, I think I would have got through it. But then I'm just like, what, another song with this? Mm-hmm. So it's like this whole middle of the album, I'm just kind of pissed off because I'm like, can we get back to Nas? Thanks, you know.
Right. Yeah. Anderson .Paak though, that
he's good. We like him.
Bad, that song, I loved it.
Yeah.
Full Circle, The Firm with AZ. That one was dope too.
That was good. And the other one I liked, Blue Benz. Mostly just because I absolutely love the beat on that one.
Yeah.
Really love the beat on that one. But I said overall, I really like that.
Oh, and Replace Me with Big Sean. That one
Mm.
was dope.
I like Big Sean though.
Me
I
too.
get kind of
I'm
I get kind of
biased.
biased. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, same.
I really like Car 85. I don't know what it is though about it, but like I don't know if something just catches me in it. So like I always go I had to keep rewinding it because I just wanted to keep listening to Car 85. And
I like the R&B type of feel to it when it first starts. Yeah, me too. I liked it too.
Maybe that's it. I really don't know what it is. I just know that I keep. Wait, I'm gonna go listen to that again.
It reminded me of 90s hip hop where they had R&B with hip hop. Remember back then they would have vocals and they kind of mixed it. I like it.
I sort of remember the 90s.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she's the baby.
Yeah,
she's the baby. You shouldn't remember that.
Fresh is too kind of baby.
Mhm.
You remember the 90s, Fresh?
Yeah.
Not really. Really?
He's like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I do.
I
Very
know
well.
you do. Okay, at least you and I can reminisce, right?
Exactly. We remember those times. Yeah.
Look,
Shit.
just because your 90s experience was different than my 90s experience don't mean I don't remember it.
Okay, how old are you?
I start remembering stuff from about when I was 7 in 92 for the Super Bowl.
92.
So
Okay,
I mean it was my childhood / teenage years.
Yeah, because by 99 when hip hop was like, you were old enough to remember it. Yeah.
Right, and that's actually where I first started getting into it was probably 98, 99, was 13 years old, finally get away from your parents enough to start listening to some other music. And I went up the street to a block party, met this new kid who just moved into a block or whatever. And then Nelly was on, Country Grammar.
Oh, yeah, good song.
My first rap memory, unfortunately, is MC Hammer. So,
Don't even go there. Mine is Rapper's Delight.
Right. No, mine was rural
on the
New
radio.
Jersey.
On the radio, mind you, when it
And
first
I've
came
seen
out.
like some MC Hammer and stuff, whatever on TV, whatever. But as far as like being someplace else, somebody having control of the music and like playing something else, like listening to Nelly and Country Grammar at that time was just like, what, who, what?
Yeah, I
and then
didn't
switching
have control
albums
either.
or CDs. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You guys can change your music? I thought it was just listening to the country and the radio with your parents. I didn't know you could actually change your own music.
I had to deal with my cousins. My older cousins were the ones that turned me on to music because I would be with them and they'd be jamming out. And so I'd say when I was 11 and circumstances led me a certain way is when I really got into it by myself. Shut up, Fresh. It's when I started buying my own shit, listening to my own shit. We're not talking about those circumstances, Fresh.
Hey. Circumstances. I got it.
Yeah.
Keywords I needed in my life.
I know you do. Me too.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
last album.
Royce.
Last album. Royce.
Okay. I apologize profusely, Nas. You are never forgotten. It just slipped my mind. I apologize. Royce the 5'9" album, though, I love it. I love the way it opens. Oh my God, I love Grace. I love all the skits in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dope Man, one of my favorites because it's sampled by actual Dope Man by NWA. Oh my God, the whole album.
I love everything about this album.
Yeah.
I love the features. I love the production. I love the skits. The whole sequencing of it, the story, like everything just works so well.
That's just it. It's a story that, it's from beginning to end. Like it goes, each one of them work together.
Right. Which is what the title is, it's
it's an allegory.
Yeah. Tricked is probably one of my favorites off of it because I just love exactly what they're talking about. Like
the message. Yeah,
we've been tricked to believe that it's this, but it's really not. Conway is on it. I really liked Ashley, her voice, like.
Yeah, I've gone back and forth on a few songs about which one was my favorite, but Upside Down to me, like Benny's verse is phenomenal.
Yeah.
but the production on that, like
and he
the
did it
the-
himself.
yeah,
Right.
the fact he produced everything himself is
That's
incredible.
why he's my pick, because he did everything himself. Like
This
everything.
is a Royce album. This is everything Royce, and it's I love it. And it's since it came out, I've been listening to it pretty regularly.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Graph also, and Kid Vicious. He had them on it.
Every feature is great. Every feature absolutely delivers, I think, on this.
Yeah, definitely. Vince Staples, like, and White Gold. Like, I love White Gold's voice. He does amazing hooks. Like, his M hooks are insane. Like,
he's like the new hook king, I think,
like,
with what he's been doing.
I'm not gonna call him Nate Dogg yet, but
he's not there yet, but for like he's definitely the guy, I think, at the minute, where you see him on a hook and you're like, yeah, okay, I'm probably gonna like this.
Yeah, no doubt. If anything, I'll like the hook at least.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Best album. I think best album. He deserves this nomination. I'm glad he submitted the album, you know.
Apparently he didn't.
He did, yeah. Well, I don't know if he did, but
no, I think it was on his podcast. He said that someone else submitted it. So when he was getting all the calls like congratulating him, he had no idea.
Right, because what
was going on.
He didn't submit Book of Ryan, and I think that was a mistake.
That was yes.
Book of Ryan, so freaking amazing, man.
My favorite albums.
But yeah, when this one was submitted, I was glad. I think it definitely deserves to be there. The Grammys better not pull some shady ass bullshit.
Oh, they will.
Yeah,
they will.
They will. I really feel Jay Electronica is gonna get it, and I think
so.
I think so too.
I don't think
it's by politics.
It is.
I don't think so either.
And I think it's because he's got backing by Jay-Z, and Jay-Z's on it. That's the reason why they're gonna pick him.
I agree. I really want Royce to win. I think it's the best album. I think it was one of the best albums of the whole year, not just what's nominated.
Right, and I think D Smoke got time to get nominated again. You know what I mean?
To be nominated at this stage, like that's really great for him. And like, yeah.
And then Nas, I know he got shafted several times prior for Grammys, but
I mean, I
don't think the album is beating.
If he was going to win it, if Nas was going to win a Grammy, I wouldn't have chosen it for. I wouldn't have chosen it for this album. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The only thing
comparatively, it's. I don't think it stands up against the other ones.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's good. It's just not.
It's better for me than
I don't know how to put it.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if I had to list them, then I'd put it above Jay.
Right.
Yeah. My only thing is that sometimes award ceremonies will give it to someone because it's kind of like their time, that there's
lifetime achievement award.
It's not quite a lifetime achievement, but it's like, well, we haven't given them one yet. Maybe
you didn't win it.
It's almost like a pity.
Album you should have won it on. So now we'll get it on something else.
Yeah, it becomes a pity win, and no one wants that.
Yeah,
no one wants a pity win.
No.
Right.
No, they just wanted to win when they should have. When they were competitive and had some of the best stuff. Like they just wanted that one.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the one they wanted.
Yeah. And exactly. He should have won it way back.
He should have back then. It's really sad. I don't think and it's just like with Jay Electronicas too. I don't feel it's Grammy nominating worth when it's held up against Royce the 5'9", even Freddie Gibbs with Alchemist. Like, good God, that whole album.
But you need to put something up there.
Right. And
just makes me wonder what the other
shortlist were.
Yeah.
They could have got Conway's Lulu album.
From King to a God is also a great album.
Like, there's so many other albums out there that could have been put on it. Shit. Yeah. I'm just like I don't watch the Grammys anymore, and I haven't in years. I don't think I've watched them since 2000 because of all the fuckery that they do.
We talked about that. Like I usually record it but I just record it for the performances. I fast forward through all of the other crap.
Even the performances nowadays suck. Like they don't got like I don't see any real hip hop, like my type of hip hop on there. It's all like
it's very
R&B, you know, all that.
It was
bullshit.
Ariana last year, wasn't it?
God, yeah. Don't even get me started with her.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
Like you go back to 98 Grammys, and I got it right here. Like just the nominations alone are, and the performances were so fucking different back then. It was all, you know, hip hop. Let me go to
All right, before you get into that,
go ahead.
do we all got the same rankings for the nominations for this Grammys?
Do you think of someone other than Jay Fresh?
Let's do our rankings.
No, I'm saying our rankings, not theirs, not who we think they're gonna pick, but like our 5 albums. Like, what are in order? What are the albums for you?
Go ahead. I'll do mine. Is Royce, Freddie, D Smoke, Nas, Jay Electronica.
Mine is Royce, D Smoke, Freddie, Nas, Jay Electronica. So slightly different.
Mine's the same as that. Mine's the same as Allie's. I'd have D Smoke over Freddie.
I have Freddie because I like that.
Right.
Yeah, I think I would still put. I would put same thing, Royce, D Smoke, but I would switch Freddie and Nas. Is that what you put?
Nas, so Nas 3, okay. Freddie 4 for you.
I did have Nas over Freddie, but the more I listen to Alfredo, it's sort of jumping up for me. But they're quite like they're really close, those two for me.
Yeah.
The reason, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna repeat what I said.
The reason I have Freddie over Nas is for that middle patch of the album with Nas, all that auto tune, like it's just like all cramped up in the middle. And for me, the production of Alfredo is so much better than Nas's.
Right. Well, production wise, I would put. I mean, because if you're gonna separate,
it goes together though. It's a whole package. You can't you can't just take out production.
Right. No, I get that.
You know,
yeah.
Then you're
the
just
fact
going
that
for lyrics.
The album is Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist.
Right.
It's a joint album, right?
Yeah.
So.
And beat selection goes so much into, you know, picking a song and making a good song where like sure they didn't make the beat, but I mean they still got to and they still got to perform on it, and they're marrying themselves to the beat in the sense that you are gonna be one of the instruments on it. You're gonna be part of it. So sure, somebody did 9 of the instruments, but then Freddie's number 10, but he also has to, you know, click it and okay it, and you know.
Right. And him and Alfredo have always made like a great team together. Like when Alchemist, which is why they call it Alfredo. Yeah. But that's the reason why there's like why I like Crook's music, because especially when my brother Diz made those beats and the way he rides the beats, why I like Benny, why I like certain artists, it's their lyrics, but mixed with the beat and the production, it just makes this whole vibe.
It makes a vibe. And taking some stuff from some other places, it gets the artist comfortable and it gets them in a spot in a pocket that they're used to being into as far as like rapping or producing. And it's just a good way for them to bring their A game. Bring their best. When they're confident and they're comfortable, they can be themselves and let it express themselves better. Whereas like if you're just not quite feeling the beat, or it could be a sick beat, but it's just not the sick beat for you, then you're just not gonna do with it what someone else could, who, you know, feels it, loves it, and wants it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think the only person I could deal with that has crap beats is M, but that's because his cadence outwins the beat. Like, you know what I mean? I can listen to his cadences, and his cadence and flow is the beat for me. I could scratch out the bullshit. There's some beats though. And then when you got that great production and that beat drops and it's like, and I just like, I love that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, when
production
everything comes together right, it's
just perfect.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, well, that ends us on this year's Grammy nominations. You want to do your 98 thing? I mean,
yeah,
but that gives us a
I was
nice half
gonna,
hour here.
well,
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna go with just the comparison, 97 compared
Mhm.
to Grammy nominations now. And it's not that we don't have these type of artists because the underground is filled. Like we got Graf, we got Benny, but we got so many dope artists out here. And if you go into it, you go to the R&B or for rap. If you go to rap, LL Cool J wins best rap solo album for Hey Lover. Bone Thugs and Harmony wins best rap performance by a duo or group. Fiji's wins best rap album. And you can go through all the other, like, it's just it's so ridiculous how things have changed. You got Babyface wins best R&B song, Exhale, Shoot Shoot. Like, I mean, it just the whole nominations. You go to the billboards, you got Puff Daddy featuring Faith Evans, Diddy featuring Mace. You just AZ,
yeah.
Notorious, B.I.G., Boys to Men. I mean, just the whole system is different. Radio is different. It's just, it seems like all the underground is what used to be the commercial side, the industry side back then. And
It's just flipped,
now,
hasn't it? Now the
yeah,
industry is it's the
bullshit.
money, it's just bullshit, it's money.
Yeah.
And you see that, I think, reflected then in
And it's
the
reflected in the
nominations.
Grammys
because
they're-
it's
They have
about
to,
yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they have to.
they
There's
don't.
chasing the money.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
pandering to the industry, to the money.
It's like M said, they nominate him, get him there, like they're gonna win, and then they give it to someone you've never fucking heard of. Like,
Yeah.
Just basically getting their fan bases interested in using everybody's
for
fan bases
for
to,
views.
Yeah.
Yeah,
prop it up. Yeah.
yeah. And so I'm
Yeah.
really like, I'm only gonna pay attention to this year's Grammys only for the hip hop nominations. I'm even disappointed in the females rap. Because you've got lyricists like Rhapsody is not, that's good. I love Rhapsody, she's dope. But like, there's Shay Nor, there's Ciroc, there's so many killer
Young M.A.
female, Young M.A, Snow the Product, and I think
Well,
Cardi B won best rap one year, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, I've seen some of the, I can't remember which awards it was, but it was like lyricist of the year.
Yeah, I think that was Cardi B's award.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I was like, but
She gets ghostwritten verses. Like, what the fuck you mean lyricist?
and they're not even lyrical. Like, it's fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah. And it does.
Yeah.
I've had this whole conversation with people being like, there are no good female MCs, or there's no talent there. I'm like, well, not there, not in industry at the top, but
you got to
listen to Shay,
yeah,
listen to Sarah, listen to Young M.A, listen to Snow. These are phenomenal MCs.
Yeah. There's a lot of them in there. You guys got to dig through the crates. I mean, shit. Lady
And
Leisure,
the fact that no one is paying attention to them, they're not getting, like, apart from people like us and that we look for the music and we find the music, but
there's
they're getting no they're getting no recognition in terms of awards or anything.
Well,
like that.
I mean, even in not even in the mainstream. I mean, I find that even on like our social platforms, just female in general aren't getting any, even by the people who follow all the underground. I
don't know. I tweet out. I talk about, like, I'll tweet out. See, but I do like Nene X, who was Bloody Mary, Gangster Boo, Yo Yo, MC, at the Brat. Eve was one of my favorite. Eve, because she had to battle Rough Riders just to get her shit, just to get in Rough Riders. You know, she was top lyricist back then. Queen Latifah, Roxanne Shante, and I try to share those music. But yeah, there's a lot of on the social media platform. It's just like with Joe Budden. A lot of people don't like him, and they don't think he can rap. And I'm like, are you crazy? He's got so much good shit out there that you've not heard.
Yeah.
It's the same with the females. There's so many artists out here that, and past MCs that are females that were washing men out there. You know what I mean? Like Snow could wash a lot of these motherfuckers out here.
She does.
That's
regularly.
not twisted. Yeah.
She does.
And look at where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
Not that many people put her even in their top 5.
I mean, I see Shay Noor get spoken about a fair amount.
She's
you know, she had some amazing projects last year, but I think but then you see even amongst, you know, people who are following underground hip hop and that, and it's like top 10 MCs of, you know, 2020 were the women.
Like I think Ciroc should have got nominated for
Sharecropper's
daughter. That album is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you kidding me? That album, I bump it still a lot.
She should get nominated just on the verse that she did on Shay's. What is it? Moment in the Sun. I mean, that verse on its own is like better than everything that mainstream rap is doing.
They're gonna do the BT cipher this year, the female cipher. Shay and Ciroc are gonna be in it. So I'm gonna look forward to that because I don't watch the awards anymore, but I love the BT ciphers, so I'll watch those.
If they're in that, then that's gonna be that's gonna be amazing.
And hopefully they bring actual lyricists back to the ciphers. You know, they tend to do post some underground people that you haven't heard, but some just can't spit, and I'm just like,
there have been some that are like they're pretty painful to watch.
Because if you go back and you got Eminem, Mos Def, and Black Thought, you got Eminem, Slaughterhouse, and Yellowwood, you got Kanye, Jay-Z, and then you got these fuckers that are auto-tuned that can't rap, mumble rap, and I'm like, really? We've gone down some, haven't we? You know,
but we definitely need, especially for the ciphers like that, you got to bring the lyricists back and really,
Well, I think we should have our audience post down your rankings. You guys post down your rankings on who you feel should win. If you feel you don't like our take on some of these albums, feel free to leave a comment. Don't be disrespectful because I'll block your fucking comment and kick your ass out of the channel. I don't care.
Yeah, but let us
respect here. You know, respect.
Let us know what you think. Let's have a conversation about it. And we're going to be doing a wrap up. So after the Grammys, we'll be talking about it and talk about who won, you know, any fallout from that.
I feel like I'm going to come on here and just be seriously disappointed, and I hope not.
I think that's what I feel too, but let's we can at least try and be optimistic. But
let's God, don't fail me now, buddy. But
anyway, but follow us on social media. We'll put the links down below, Twitter, Instagram,
in the description. You got anything you want us to discuss? You can hit the email. It'll be down in the description. You can hit us on Twitter or IG, or you can put it in the comments. And if it's something worth looking into, we'll talk about it. We'll have other stuff coming out, like hot topics. We'll discuss other things, and we're looking to do interviews with artists soon. We're just getting our foot in the door. Give us time, because I know it's going to be, our videos aren't going to be right there yet, but give us time. We'll get there. Okay.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching and sticking with us to the end.
Yeah. Peace out.
See you next time.
Yep.